The Northern Territory, meantime, is set to make the personal use of OC spray a permanent measure. Live to Matt Cunningham in Darwin Forest. Matt, a 12-month trial announced last year. How many people ended up buying the spray?
Well, more than 2,000, Trudy. This was a trial that was announced by the Finocchiaro government in September last year. It began on the 1st of September to run for 12 months. We've got the data here on some of the numbers around this trial. So far, 2,148 people have purchased OC spray. They've purchased a total of 3,531 canisters. Now, when you buy the spray, you need to sign a form saying that you don't have a criminal history and making other declarations. Police say that there have been 33 prohibited buyers who have been identified and that they've seized 46 canisters. In relation to those prohibited buyers, in most cases, they've been issued with a caution. There were concerns raised when this trial began that it might be used for the wrong purposes, that offenders might get hold of this spray and actually use it against victims. We haven't seen a great number of incidents of that happening. In fact, we've only seen a couple of incidents where the spray has been used at all. Now, I spoke this week with the Chief Minister, Finocchiaro. She says the government is now considering bringing in laws to make the personal use of OC spray a permanent measure.
So far, it's gone very smoothly, and if it continues that way, as I said, I think it'd be very safe to say we'd create law and then it would just become a normal part of normal life here in the Territory.
Now, this trial has all been part of the Country Liberal Party's crackdown on crime it promised when it came to power in August 2024. This week also marks a year since stricter bail laws came in under the CLP government. They were called Declan's Law in honour of Declan Laverty, a bottle shop worker who was stabbed to death by a man who was on bail a few years ago. The government says there's been a 22% increase in the past 12 months in the number of people being refused bail. Of course, that also means there's been a significant increase in the prison population. We've seen more than 600 extra people locked up since the CLP came to power almost 18 months ago. But the Chief Minister is not making any apologies for that.
When people are in prison, they're not out breaking the law. And so if prison numbers go up, so be it. That's been our position right from the start. It's about putting people's right to be safe above the rights of offenders to be out on the street. And I make no apologies for that.
Well, there has been significant drops in the crime rate, particularly in Darwin, but also in other parts of the Northern Territory, although there's still some issues in some of the regional areas, in particular Katherine and Tennant Creek, where we're seeing a real increase over this Christmas period in the crime rate. So perhaps some inroads made by the government, but still plenty of work to be done, Trudy.
Yeah, mixed picture across the Territory. Matt Cunningham, thank you.